This is Samuel Bean. I'm the VP of Sales for the Bill Trading Academy, and tonight, guys, I'm extremely excited about sharing, what we have to offer you guys today, and what we have done over the last past, I would say, 60 to 90 days, guys, has been something remarkable. We've taken this platform from the U.S. To global in many countries around the world in a very, very short period of time because people are looking for something. Okay, right now, a lot of people are in a place where they don't know what tomorrow brings, and the only thing that they can do is be the person who can create it. That's the only thing. That's the only way you can tell what the future brings is by you being the one that's designing it. And so for me, myself personally, I'm out of Houston, Texas. Background is in business, military veteran, but I did really good in business. My wife and I, we've had measurable level of success. We've been blessed to learn business from, several different people who, they had our answers and not our problems, right? And these are people who has amassed wealth in several different arenas. So we got a chance to really take on information and insight from very very successful people from different arenas around the world in business. And so we took that information and we parlayed it into seven figures in three different industries, right? And I don't say that to to brag or to impress you, but to impress upon you that um, again, what we do works, and we are real good students. And right now, we are now taking our student hat, putting it back on, and we're taking it to the trading arena. Okay, and this is when I'm just telling you guys we have my own personal goal is to help 10,000 families, generate a residual income or a trading income of $5,000 a month in the next 5 years. Okay, and that's globally. And when you actually look at what we're going to be producing today here, guys, it's going to put a person, because it's three different types of people on this call today. There are some people who are here, looking for a trading academy that they can learn that skill, that life skill that nobody can take away from them. There are some people who are here today because they need some extra money right now. They need a plan B. They need something to help pay the bills and something to have a little bit of lifestyle, right? A little bit of breathing room, if you will, to go along with what they're doing for a living at this moment. And then you have some people who are on here who are like myself, people who want to build a huge community of trading subscribers where you can make a six or a seven figure income, guys, where you can take that money and use that money for whatever you want, other business investors, but other business investments, crowdfunding your own projects, putting money back into trading accounts where you can use that money to trade with whatever it is. But whatever it is that you're here for today, guys, you'll be able to find it. And so, as I told you guys before we got started, again, this is where you take good, copious notes because, again, I don't want you to miss a thing. Okay. But before we start talking about money, because we will talk about money, I have to give you a disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor, and all information shared during this event is for education and informational purposes only. Bill Network and Omni do not guarantee income or financial results, and trading involves risk, guys. And past performances does not guarantee future successes. Okay, so never let a person promise you anything. Okay, you are the person who creates and delivers your own promises, right? But participants are encouraged to use discretion and seek independent financial advice before making trading decisions. So, the one thing that I would tell you guys, and as you see right there, in highlighted letters, do not ever give anyone your money to trade for you. And I can just tell you that from experience. I'm not telling you that from a place of hypothetical thought. I literally, myself and my wife, had put multiple six figures in the hands of a person who was deemed trustworthy and credible when it came to investments. And that money went away. Okay. Long story short, I learned a really good lesson and I got a really good degree in losing money. And I got a conversation from a really good friend of mine who kind of wrapped it all up in a bow and sent it back to me to where I can learn from it and understand it. He said, back during COVID, when I called you and I offered to teach you how to trade for free, you were doing so good that you uh, didn't take me up on that offer, right? And guys, I'm gonna just tell you, a good life and even a great life can rob you of a better life. And here it is. Fast forward years later, he told me, it's like, though that money that you put in that person's hands, one, you could have actually traded that money yourself, and you could have been a lot further along than you are now because you would have took better care of that money. And so, guys, I'm gonna just tell you, you want to learn how to trade, so you can go out there and you can trade like the banks, right? And so when it comes to money, guys, there are four ways to earn money. And when I see this, I think about the book, Rich Dad Poor Dad with Robert Kiyosaki, and he talks about the four quadrants in that book as well. And he talks about, the very first way that the masses make money. And that's by being an employee. It's by working for someone. Okay. And we've all been there. And I'm gonna just tell you, I've been in all four of these quadrants. And I'm gonna just say right now, I've learned something from all four, right? The one thing about being an employee, guys, is that I learned is that it's easier for you to learn how to run a company as an owner if you've worked in the company as an employee. You know all the inner workings. You know what's good, what's bad, what's right, what's wrong. But you were not born to work a job, right? We were born kings and queens, and we were born to sit on thrones. And so you can't sit on a throne as an employee, okay? But you graduate, right? Just like from elementary, you graduate to middle school. And in this situation, middle school is working for yourself, right? You're an independent contractor, you're a real estate agent, you're an insurance person. You don't have any boss, you don't have a boss, you have bosses. They call them clients, right? You set your own clock. But again, now instead of working 8 hours a day for an employee, for an employer, you're working 10, 15, 20 hours a day for yourself and your customers. And that's fine, right? But you don't have a cap on how much money you make. That's why you want to work for yourself. And then when you look at the next two ways you make money as a business owner. Now you actually have employees, right? You've evolved. You made enough money working for yourself to where now you can branch out, expand, franchise, whatever you want to do, or just own a company, right? Where you have employees. Now, this is a really big deal. A lot of tax breaks and benefits. A lot of things come with that, but a lot of headaches come with that as well. Okay, and then where you want to graduate to, even if you never leave the business owner perspective, you always want to have money working for you. You always want to end up as a one percenter, right? Because, guys, when you actually have financial freedom, time freedom, and emotional freedom, stress freedom, it's normally because you're not doing a whole lot of anything at all. You have people, money, resources doing it all for you. Okay. And so when you have the type of life my wife and I live, we were never the richest of people. Even though we made millions of dollars, we were always the most comfortable of people, though. We didn't have anywhere to be except with each other, right? With our kids. And that's what money bought us. The residual income that we had, guys, put us in a position where we didn't have to be anywhere except for wherever we wanted to be. And we didn't have to do any work unless it's something that we wanted to work on. So that's the thing that it comes with, getting all the way up to becoming a one percenter. And one thing about these percentages, guys, is this: when you look at that 1% and that 4%, those two categories, right, of making money, those two categories are categories that control 95% of the wealth of the world. Okay. And the other 95 percenters, they fight over the 5% that's left. Right. And if you were to take 100% of all the wealth in the world and put it in one bank account, take it from everybody that's got it right now, within 12 months, guys, because of the thought process and mindset of the 5 percenters, they would go back to controlling 95% of the wealth of the world based on their philosophies and things that they do, that determines how they attract money. Okay. And the 95% will go right back to relying on the 5 percenters for support. Okay. And you want to make sure you become your own support, guys. Now, when it comes to the ecosystem, guys, when it comes to build, obviously we have wealth building, we have premium travel, and we also have local freedom, right? And when you look at these things, they are all important in their own entity. And I'm gonna go through those things in depth in just a moment. But when you look at the Build Trading Academy, the Build Trading Academy combines the experience of master traders with the genius and simplicity of our Einstein scanner and automated trading app, Omni. So the trading can help you build your own economy, and that's something that you want to do based on the fact that you can't trust the economy that you live in. Okay, you have people right now who are uh, employed and unemployed at the same time, which means that they have a job that they're working at, they're just not getting paid. Right? You have people who are losing businesses right now because their overhead has skyrocketed past their profits, and it's turned into them being in debt while they're in business because of the tariffs. Right? There's a lot of different things that happen out of your control. And but when you understand what's happening and you are the person who controls the economy to the penny, then that means that you're empowered. You're the president under your own roof. Okay. But Bill Trading Academy was created so that people all around the world would be able to take control of their finances, and insulate themselves from the uncontrollables like COVID, layoffs, rising costs of living, and more. It's kind of like income insurance. So you have life insurance, you have auto insurance, you have health insurance. You got a lot of insurances on everything except for your income. And I'm just saying right now, trading is your income insurance. Okay. And so speaking of trading, when you look at the asset classes and why trading is so so loved widely around the world, is because it's something that you can do around the clock in most cases. Okay, you don't clock out when it comes to trading. As a matter of fact, when you look at Forex, Forex is a $7 trillion traded per day market. Okay, it's open 24 hours a day. It's open 5 days a week, right? And it's so powerful, guys, that people prefer trading on it, right? Based on the leverage than they do on the New York Stock Exchange, Tokyo, and all the rest of these other exchanges that are out there. But these are included, in that stock exchange. Okay. When you look at the crypto market, operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right? And as you can see, that cryptocurrencies can provide access to financial services for the unbanked and underbanked populations of the world. As a matter of fact, cryptocurrency is the one thing and one dynamic out there that's leveling the playing field when it comes to the valuation of currencies. Okay. And so instead of you looking at the peso and the dollar being on two totally different levels, economically, the cryptocurrency puts them all on the same level. And you can trade that, guys, on our platform. So futures, $30 billion traded daily in the futures market, open 24 hours a day. And again, this is just another asset class, just like options, guys. You have options. One thing I like about our company is that we don't have that one, thing where come on over here, guys. We teach the best in Forex, and that's all we got. Right? Come on over here. We teach the best in futures, and that's all we got. Come on over here right now. Options is hot, or cryptocurrency is hot, and we mastering those things, but that's all we got. Guys, we know that everybody that looks at a video or sits in one of our conversations that we have on business and trading, you're all different. You all want the different things. You all can afford different things. You all have different goals and dreams, and you should have different options. Okay. But why should you learn how to trade with us? Guys, you can trade from anywhere. When I'm talking about anywhere, I'm talking about the bed, the bar, the bath, the beach, the boonies, no boundaries, right? You can trade with us, learn how to trade with us because you want to be your own boss. You have no employees, no inventory, no infrastructure needed at all, right? Just a cell phone and a laptop and an understanding, okay? To learn a life skill that could potentially supplement your income or replace it, okay? Think about working your way out of a job. Think about working your spouse out of a job, right? Think about it for a second. Think about you putting yourself in a position where you never have to worry about working again as long as you live. And that's happening right now for people. As a matter of fact, you had people who had jobs, gainfully employed before COVID, and when while they were in COVID, they got phone calls like you got, the one that got you on this call today. And those individuals, when COVID was over, them having a job was over as well. They didn't go back to work. Okay. They stayed home and all they did was trade. Okay. And so that's the power of trading, why you should learn it, so you can learn it and set the right example for the next generation. Like my father was a plumber and my mother was a substitute teacher, right? And we had the best of nothing except for love. That's all that we can afford. And that's all we needed, at that time. And so, but what if they had the ability and the option to learn how to trade so they can teach us how to trade? Guys, that would have started the breaking of generational curses in my family a long time ago. I am literally a first generation millionaire, but if they would have had trading back in the day, guys, that was open to the masses, I wouldn't be. Okay. I probably would have been third, fourth, fifth generation millionaire. Okay. But I have a 13-year-old, I have a 14-year-old rather, and a 17-year-old. The 17-year-old is actually starting to learn how to trade with his mother. And so for me, that puts me in a position of excitement because I know once he learns that, nobody can ever take that away from him. And that's something that he can teach his kids and his kids' kids. So again, we're responsible for setting up, the next generation and leaving them better than we found it, right? So, but also the impact under, the economy under your roof. We talked about that earlier, and you no longer have to rely solely on banks, jobs, or outdated systems, right? You are the person in control. And when you look at who we're looking for, guys, this is really, really important because anyone who is looking to make more money, it's where you want to start. Anybody who's looking to have a better lifestyle is where you start. But in particular, the next generation entrepreneurs and digital nomads who grew up with crypto, YouTube, TikTok education, we're looking for them. And those are the ones who are realizing right now, coming out of high school and in the middle of their second and third year in college, realizing that that's what my mom and dad did. And they're looking at you saying it didn't work, right? And for the most part, and they're dropping out and they're dropping into trading, right? They're dropping out and they're doing things from home. They're working on AI. They're working with crypto. They're working with anything that'll keep them out of a job and keep them in flip-flops, shorts, and tank tops, right? And they're doing it from the beach. They travel more than you. And I'm just telling you right now, you work harder than them. Okay? They're working smarter, not harder. And the future is being built around the youngins, as my uncle likes to say, right? But looking for ambitious professionals who want to take control of their income and their time. We're looking for parents, who care about teaching their kids financial literacy and life skills, like I talked about earlier. We're looking for trading communities that are looking for an edge with elite tools and technology and real education. For guys, I'm telling you, there are a lot of people who started trading education, communities, and the technology that they're using is outdated. The education that they're teaching is outdated, and they're looking for somebody bigger, better, and more explosive than them that they can marry their communities to. Okay, we have that. We have Einstein. We have Omni. We have some of the best trainers and traders in the world, and I'm gonna introduce you to them in a little bit. But creators, people who are looking for a new market to learn and monetize. As you have a lot of influencers out there who are looking to continue to monetize off of their likeness, off of their branding, off of their customer bases, and they have followings. If you look at what boxing has become a sport of entertainment. It's not a combative sport anymore, and it's being run by who? Social media gurus, people who have huge followings, who are creators, right? And that's where all the next, seven, eight, and nine figure income earners are coming from. So you find creators, guys, people who have social media influence, and they become a part of what we are offering right here. Again, they bring more than just the bang to the buck when it comes to your communities. Now, here are our Trading Academy traders, and I got a chance to meet several of these individuals in person, and got a chance to meet some on Zoom, and but I've got a chance to talk to just about every one of them almost, and I'm impressed, thoroughly impressed with the talent that we brought on here, right? As you see, we have JCO Lara Cuenta, the futures trader. He trades in Spanish and trains in English as well. But he's got a great story, when it comes to, really not having anything and going to college and realizing that, hey, when it comes to, you know, life and economics, I need to learn how to trade. Now, when he started a trade, he took that money in Puerto Rico and he started buying businesses that were founded here in the U.S., because he's got better tax benefits and stuff like that. He's a very smart young man. But all of that's funded by trading, right? His lifestyle is funded by trading. He's one of those digital nomads that I was talking about, right? Then you have Donnie Pips. There's a whole lot you can say about this gentleman here. When I say he's a person who used to work a trade on Wall Street, he's a seven figures quant trader, individual who has a resume of 6 and 7 figure traders that he's trained. He's been trading since 2008. He's got a black belt in Six Sigma. He's been training since 2015. And he has a strategy out there, the E3 strategy, that's known all around the world by people who are in trading communities and trading companies. Okay. And so he's here with our Forex program. Okay. Then we have Roxy Castellano. I've been knowing this young lady for about 2 years. And, when you talk about a young lady who has a heart for the people who trades options, and she's right now she's doing events, and teaching people 65, 75, 150 people in a room at a time. She's teaching children, again, how to trade as well, not just adults. She's putting her talent where her heart is. Right. And then we have our newest and when I say most impactful people who have just come on board, Sebastian Arashtian, Lex, trades, and he's another one of our digital nomads who loves to travel and trade, right? And then Maurice Katz, guys, I'm just telling you, when you get to a point to where you can read up on these guys and look at their backgrounds and everything that they bring to the table, it's just astonishing how you can find this type of talent under one roof, right? We believe more in quality than quantity. You'll see a lot of companies out there have a lot of traders, and people are confused. But we have a handful of traders, right, that do exceptional at what they do. So you don't need that many. But we look at the trading training curriculum, guys. Foundational training is what we offer initially. And you talk about introduction to gold, trading gold and other major pairs, stocks, options, and futures, how to use charting software, how to set up broker accounts, basic terms like buy, sell, pip, lot, candle, etc. And all these things that you see here, along with trading essentials, how to make a trading plan, candlestick patterns, price action, like identifying important price levels in the market, candle chart by time frames, and etc. And then you have the tools, right? You got the traders and the trainers, and then you got the tools. You have the scanners, which is Einstein, and it's brilliance. You have the indicators. You have Omni, right? And that platform, again, when you look at what we're doing and what we're going to be doing globally with that, that's just going to put us in a position where we have the unfair advantage in the entire market. Okay, but let's start at Einstein with the Einstein scanner. And when I say, that quote means something, guys, imagine having the smartest piece of trading technology in the world making financial decisions with you. Okay. It was so intelligent we had to name it Einstein. There was nothing else that you could actually name this thing, right? And when it comes to trading, it's kind of like trading with training wheels, right? And I just love that. My partner, Danny Pacheco likes to say that. But how does Einstein work, right? You look at Einstein as your personal trading assistant. It identifies high probability trade setups that line up with what you have been learning, right? It doesn't just send out alerts. It empowers you to trade with confidence by pinpointing winning trades throughout data-driven signals. Okay? And like I said, it's like riding a bike with training wheels, guys. Like it's just something that says, "Hey, remember what you learned, with Lex Trades. Remember what you learned with Donnie Pips, right?" And it's basically saying, follow the system, follow your strategy, follow the disciplines. This is familiar. This is what you've been learning in class. And it's making those alerts, and it's making you pay attention. It's making you say, uh-huh, I remember that, right? And so now you don't just have technology, that's doing the job for you. You got technology that's doing the job with you. So you're learning and you're mastering your trade, guys, while you're trading with Einstein. Now, when it comes to Omni, Omni is a platform, guys, and so when you look at what Omni really is, Omni Trading is a technology platform that can mirror advanced algorithm or allow professional traders to execute trades based on predefined criteria. Okay, it's designed to minimize human interaction and intervention, rather, and capitalize on market opportunities faster. Okay, the benefits are speed, efficiency, and reduced emotional bias, which means that, like in poker, they have this word called tilt. Like when you have a bad beat or so, you just lose a lot of money in one hand, all of a sudden you just want to give all the rest of it away because you're just upset, right? And you just misbehave. You act undisciplined, and that's what people do in trading. They go on tilt, right? They make bad decisions. They start to gamble, and things go wrong. Well, when you actually have an algorithm, that's helping you out, when you have an actual trader that's helping you out, they are there taking the ability to gamble away from you. They're taking you through the process. They're guiding you. They're helping you make sure that they're protecting you from yourself. Okay. So trade execution in real time, guys. Market data goes to algorithm and analysis. Buy sell decisions, and then four, trade execution. Right. So Omni can mirror the trades of successful traders and provide real time automated execution for our community, allowing our individual users the ability to activate their own trades. So Omni can mirror master accounts using algorithmic algorithmic trading and execute them instantly, for our community. Omni gives the power to the people. And when you look at what that means, customers have the full control of their accounts and the ability to trade how they want. Okay. You can pause or stop a trade without waiting on the algo or the expert to do it for you. Set your own risk levels and trade in multiple rooms to mitigate your risk. Right. Like I said, you actually can go out there and set up, in different asset classes and different rooms so you don't have all your eggs in one basket. Okay. If the market tanks on one, you still have all the remaining eggs in the others, helping you rebuild what you actually lost in that other asset class. Because remember, like I said, keep in mind that there are always risks. Nobody ever wins 100% of the time. I don't care how great the algo is. I don't care how great the trader is. The market is greater. The market is always going to do what it's going to do. It's always going to throw you for a loop, and you just got to make sure you have things in place like stop losses and everything that these traders are going to teach you to protect you and your resources. Okay, but it's going to help you keep track of the trades executed and watch your accounts grow. And you choose and connect with any broker from the list of authorized and available brokers. Now, when you're dealing with Omni, it's as simple as one, two, three. Together we trade, together we win, and these steps are real simple. It's easy. So step number one, you're going to create an account. So you'll download the Omni admin app from the App Store and create your account in a few steps. Two, you're going to connect a master account from any broker and establish a subscription price. And three, you're going to post trades, to the master account, and all customer accounts will execute the same trades. When you look at Warren Buffett, guys, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And that's Warren Buffett, guys, one of the most successful investors in the world. So and so when you look at Warren Buffett, guys, this is one of the people I have a lot of respect for, right? He's been investing for years. He's been, building businesses for years. He's been making people wealthy for years, giving people advice for years. And for me, I have this saying that I don't take advice from people who I would not trade places with or trade bank accounts with. Okay. And he is that guy. So, again, listen to what he's saying when it comes to money. He's like E.F. Hutton. When he talks, people listen. Okay. And as we wrap up, guys, when you look at Aventi, the member perks and benefits, I really get excited about this part because when you look at, Aventi, the the platform we partner with, they're giving all of our members, they're giving all of our members access to their own private wholesale pricing booking engine. These people are learning how to not just trade, but they're learning how to save money while they're traveling as well. Like I said, when you look at Lex Trades and you look at people like Donnie, Pip, Steve, and my wife and I, we love to trade. We love to travel. We'll be trading and traveling soon. But when we travel, we're going to be traveling in places where we're saving up to 70% where we go. 4 and 5 star hotels and resorts for 2 and 3 star prices, right? Over 1 million properties globally, 3,000 discounted curated trips. Every trip is tax deductible for all my business people. And you even have the ability to offer, an extension of the travel program to your family, your friends, your associates, so they can travel at the same discounts that you travel at, right? But they do it for $29 a month. And guess what? That's commissionable. So you make a little bit of piece of that. So that helps you with your tuition. So last thing is this: every year on your anniversary, guys, when you become a student here, from the day you enroll, the company is going to give you a free stay, 4 or 5 star stay, valued at $3,000 to $5,000 per stay. on your anniversary every year, right? And so over 3,000 locations you'll be able to take at. Now, how much does Bill Trading Academy cost? We'll start at the core basics. We talked about all the foundational training things that you get, the access to the trading essentials, and now the core basics. You have Build Academy, Forex education, option education, futures education, digital assets education. No Einstein scanner access, no Omni access, but you get all of that for $199 one time, then $99 a month. Okay. When it comes to the elite, guys, Build Academy, this is where you now start to tap into the Einstein and the scanner, right? This is where you get everything you get with the core basics, but now you get the Einstein scanner for Forex market only. Okay. Now, the Omni includes three strategies. And when you look at the strategies, this is what I want you to know. When you look at, first of all, when you look at comparable platforms and things that people offer outside. You go online, you can easily find programs that will charge you anywhere from $10,000 to $25,000 down in about $500 a month for what we only charge you $499 to $1,000 for. Okay, that's one. When you look at the actual strategies, they do one strategy at least $200 per strategy, right? So you're getting three strategies for $149 a month. Okay. This is extremely introductory here. This is grossly undervalued and underpriced rather. And we're doing this because we are opening our doors. We want to get the word out. It's not about making money right now. It's about making a difference. This money here covers the people who we have to pay to trade and everything else we got from a business perspective. But this is, guys, if you go do your research, there's nothing out here who that you can compare to this that gives you the value like this. Okay, the Premier, you get again everything that you get with the core basics, but you now get Einstein scanner for all of the market, markets like forex, options, stocks, futures, crypto, and then you obviously get seven strategies with Omni. Okay, and so 999 down, 199 a month, right? So again, 499 and 149, 999 and 199. You can't afford not to get it, honestly. Okay? And for those of you who really see, how big this is, guys, I was just doing some research and I was just looking at how other universities and things out there behave when it comes to students because everybody can't afford high level education at universities and colleges, right? But there are some universities out there that pay students for referring and recruiting other students onto to their campuses and their programs. University of Central Florida, they have a program for you. Arizona State University has a program. University of Alabama, refer a friend incentive and bonuses. Florida International, University of Texas of Atlanta. Guys, this is something that I get excited about because people talk about universities and how much money universities make and how universities want to get everybody for every dime that they got. Well, education is obviously important to them as well, and they understand that they need to help some people. Well, we do too. This is like our free ride program, honestly. You refer four guys and you pay no more. And think about this for a second. Imagine having a free ride at a university. You got a 4-year degree, or you got your MBA, or you got your master's, you got your PhD rather, and but you never paid a dime because you referred people to the campuses and they allowed you to do it for free. Well, well, here, guys, again, when you actually refer four at the core basics, if you're on the core basics, um, you don't pay anything else. The $99 a month goes away. If you're an elite, right, and you refer, four elites or higher, guess what? That 149 goes away. You're on a free ride. And if you're a Premier Access subscription, guys, that and you refer four Premier members, guess what? That goes away. That 199 goes away. And that's the thing. You're now learning from the best of the best. And guess what, guys? You're not paying for it. That's a beautiful thing. You now can learn, how to actually trade from the best. You can now learn, how to make money with the best technology out there ever. Guys, I'm just telling you, there's nothing like this. So, what I would strongly suggest you do, guys, is one, get back with the person who thought enough about you to invite you here. Whether you say yes or no, we want to make sure that you let them know you appreciate it. Two, let them know which one of these packages you want to get started at, and where you want your trading education to start at as well. Okay, and so what we'll do is once that happens, you get yourself into the system. We'll sit down with you, and we'll have a private conversation with what your goals are and what it takes for you to now start your journey when it comes to trading at the Bill Trading Academy. So I appreciate you guys again investing your time here with me, as I really don't take that for granted. You could have been anywhere but here tonight. And so, but again, do yourself a favor, do your family a favor, and put yourself in a position where you never have to worry about money again as long as you live, because you're the one who's creating the money. You're the one that's creating the cash flow. You're the one that's out there empowering people and setting the right example. So we'll see you guys at the top. We'll see you guys at the bank, and we'll see you guys at the beaches of the world trading on your phones and on your laptops. Bye bye, guys.